The benefit of having the House of Lords is you don't just have a bunch of really kind of out of touch individuals in the House of Commons just dictating policy. You actually have that layer of unbiased, or unelected technically, yes, but unbiased expertise saying, actually, hold on, are you sure you want to go ahead with this? And it's not like the Commons can't overturn a block by the House of Lords. Anyway, at the end of the day, the public representatives and the public officials get the final say. But I do think it's a really good buffer to make sure that, really outrageous policies that could cripple industries are not implemented. And I think there's a huge wealth of knowledge in the Lords that we really don't want to get rid of and politicize by having a second elected chamber.
Esther, hang on a minute there. So you're saying we should reform, but many people watching this will be saying, actually, I think we should scrap because of the fact, right, if you consider 17.4 million British people voted to leave the European Union, you might argue that's a pretty significant democratic mandate. That was handed to the House of Lords, and the House of Lords said, well, actually, lads, hang on a minute. Theresa May at the time, they said, hang on, Teza, I actually want to tell you that I disagree massively. And the House of Lords did all it could to scupper that vote, to actually overturn a democratic vote. Imagine the gall of an unelected chamber that we're forced, the taxpayer pays an absolute fortune every year to actually subsidise what is a glorified retirement home. A lot of people watching this will be saying, hang on a minute, Esther, I think your sound is a pound, but on this one, you've got this wrong.
But that is the beauty of democracy, right? The House of Lords were checked, and they were checked because the Commons had the final say, and they said, actually, this is the largest democratic mandate we've had in British history. You cannot overturn that. So that was the check that there was on the House of Lords. Now, some people might argue, the Lords shouldn't have even had a say in that. But again, this is a once-in-a-lifetime vote. This doesn't happen regularly, right? I think on a regular basis, the kind of expertise that the House of Lords adds to Commons decisions is invaluable.